Hello my scrappy friends, this is a project share of an album I made for a good friend of mine for her birthday. I'm using the Prima Lost in Wonderland paper. This was the one they released last year. It's got the wonderful jewel tones. This book is 8 1/4 by 6 1/4, and I've got a 1 3/4 inch spine. So on the front, I just did a lot of fussy cutting for the most part. This was a Tim Holtz frame that I had, and then these images are fussy cut. I added some glossy accents to the butterfly and the mushrooms to kind of give them some depth there. This is just a little metal key from my stash. And then these were the matching flowers that Prima had. And then I have a little decorative charm there. I matted it on gold and then kind of a burgundy maroon there. For the spine, I made a small dangle. It's got a teapot and a snail and a flower. And then I chose this paper for the very back. This is a 3 pocket page album. I did not fill the pockets. I glued them shut, but you could have done that. On the front inside cover, I have a pocket, and I stuck this little pull-out in, and I used the little journaling cards, the 4x3 journaling cards, and just made a small kind of accordion with some of those amazing cards that you can get. And this could stand alone or, obviously kept in there. This was a piece of hardware I got from Hobby Lobby, and then these are some of the ephemera that I bought to go with the paper. So you open it up like this, and then I have some more of the ephemera pieces as tucks, and I just tucked in one and more of the cards. Same on this side. And these 2 flaps come up, and you have a continuous picture here. This was one of the big 12 by 12s, and I really wanted as much of this image to show, and so I just split it up among the 3 sections. And then to the inside here, this is a belly band, and this is one of the 6x6 that I used for the mat, and then this was one of the cutouts that they had, and I also added gold touches here and there because this paper has that beautiful gold foil touches throughout. They'll go in nice. And then on top of the belly band, I have 2 flaps here, and it opens up, and I have just a couple pieces of ephemera for decoration. This side was a large envelope I made that I just put down on plain cardstock. And then inside, you could put mementos, more pictures, programs, if maybe you went to see a play. And then I stuck in a couple of the cutouts and then just a scrap that I matted there. This is closed with a magnet. The next page, I really wanted to use the cutouts. They were really cool and just looked amazing. And so I saved them for this page. This folds over, and then they're backed with plain cardstock, and then I added ephemera. And that one goes up, and then this one comes down, and then you can see the whole picture here. And these are all tuck spots. They're loose. On this side, I did a stacked angle pocket, and I used an old Martha Stewart kind of lacy doily border punch here. And I just matted a couple of the tags. And then this was a scrap as well that I used. And that was from the 6x6. And they just took nice and neatly in there. And then the last page I did a waterfall pocket. So this is a pocket here, and we've got some of the tags, and then a nice big photo mat. This was from the 6x6 pad, and then I fussy cut, and it's open to stick a picture behind it. And then I used a waterfall die for this, and I really like the decorative edging it gave. And so it is held with a magnet, and I just put solid cardstock with some fussy cut images there on the back of each one, and they are all loose as tuck spots. And then for the back cover, I just opted to do this top portion of the 12 by 12, just this large, beautiful image with the gold foiling. I used Country Craft Creations Artisan cardstock to make this book. It's a really nice linen blend, and I hope you enjoyed the project. Share. Thank you.